Okay, this is number 5 from the practice problems. It tells us that a speaker is hanging from 2 wires as shown below. So the diagram for this, you should have it in front of you, is something like this with the speaker hanging from the 2 wires. The force of Earth acting on the object is 120 newtons. Determine the force that each wire exerts on the speaker. And it does give us 2 angles. This is 36 degrees and that one is 57 degrees. So listing are given. We know that the force Earth is exerting on the object is its weight, so Fg is equal to 120 newtons. We're given 2 angles, so theta 1 we'll say is 57 degrees, and theta 2 is 36 degrees. Does not matter which one is 1 and which one is 2. And what we're looking for is the force each wire exerts on the speaker. Force from a wire would be a tension force, so we're looking for Ft1 and Ft2. Force diagram. Speaker has gravity going straight down, tension force going up and to the right, and a tension force going up and to the left. We know that it's at rest, so we need to balance this out. Breaking Ft1 into its 2 components, we get Ft1x going to the right, Ft1y going up, and this was the one at 56 degrees. And then to the left we have Ft2x, and up is Ft2y. And this is the one at 36. Oops, I wrote that wrong. This was 57. And this was 36 degrees. Because the speaker is at rest, top has to equal bottom, left has to equal right. I'll make Fg a little bit longer. So we know that Ft1x equals Ft2x, and we know that Ft1y plus Ft2y equals Fg. We were given enough information to figure out Fg. We don't know either of the Ft's. So this is very similar to the Home Alone problem. We're going to end up with 2 equations and 2 unknowns, and then we're just going to have to substitute and solve. So we'll start by breaking apart Ft1, x and y into their components. So Ft1x equals Ft1 cosine theta 1. Ft2x equals Ft2 cosine theta 2. Those were equal to each other, so Ft1 cosine theta 1 equals Ft2 cosine theta 2. And just for fun, let's solve for Ft2 instead of Ft1. So Ft1 cosine theta 1 over cosine theta 2 equals Ft2. So here's one equation where we're isolating Ft2. Okay, now let's look in the y direction. We know that Ft1y equals Ft1 sine theta 1, and Ft2y equals Ft2 sine theta 2. So when we do Ft1y plus Ft2y equals Fg, this becomes Ft1 sine theta 1 plus Ft2 sine theta 2 equaling Fg. Okay, so now I'm going to isolate Ft2. Ft2 sine theta 2 equals Fg minus Ft1 sine theta 1. Divide both sides by sine theta 2. So Ft2 equals Fg minus Ft1 sine theta 1 over sine theta 2. So So here's our second equation with ft2 isolated. So setting the two ft2's together, equal to each other, we get ft1 cosine theta 1 over cosine theta 2 equaling fg minus ft1 sine theta 1 over sine theta 2. I'm going to get rid of fractions because it's going to be a lot less complicated that way. So multiplying these sines and cosines out of the denominators, we are left with ft1 cosine theta 1 sine theta 2 equaling fg cosine theta 2 minus ft1 sine theta 1 cosine theta 2. The only unknown here is ft1, so I'm going to get my ft1's over to the same side to isolate. ft1 cosine theta 1 sine theta 2 plus ft1 sine theta 1 cosine theta 2 equals fg cosine theta 2. Factoring out ft1 cosine theta 1 sine theta 2 plus sine theta 1 cosine theta 2 equals fg cosine theta 2. ft1 equals fg cosine theta 2 over cosine theta 1 sine theta 2 plus sine theta 1 cosine theta 2. Now all we have to do is put in the numbers. ft1 equals, I was given fg 120 newtons, cosine 36 degrees divided by cosine 57 degrees sine 36 degrees plus sine 57 degrees cosine 36 degrees. We get 97.21, keeps on going, newtons. The only unit in this whole thing on the top is newtons, so that was an easy one for units. Again, don't trust my math and believe everything I'm telling you. If that this does work out this way, try it for yourself in your calculator. So with 2 sig figs, ft1 would be about 97 newtons. And then we've got two expressions for ft2. It doesn't matter what one we go back in to substitute this number into. I'm just going to use the first one. ft2 equals ft1 cosine theta 1 over cosine theta 2. So this equals my unrounded 97.2, keeps on going, newtons, cosine 57 degrees divided by cosine 36 degrees. This will come out to be 65.44, keeps on going, newtons. 2 sig figs, ft2 is about equal to 65 newtons. So again, this is very similar to the Home Alone problem. You had two equations and two unknowns. I think the hardest thing about this and the Home Alone problem is the trig. Making sure that you're not getting messed up when it comes to this down here and not making a calculator mistake.